Before we get started, go ahead and hit that like button, that subscribe button, and that notifications button so you can get the videos as soon as I put them out. If you're looking for the music to the intro and you want the link to the second channel, both are below in the description, but do me a favor and hit the notifications button right now and share the video. All right, guys, the first video today, and I have a couple videos, is going to be Piers interviewing Andrew Tate. The second video is going to be my man Charleston White. It's going to be breaking down the difference between boys and men. And when you hear his philosophy, this is what a lot of young men need to hear, especially nowadays. And then we have a woman breaking down to Sneeko, how women do not compete for other men, is that they do all of this glam and getting together in order to compete with other women. In the last video, it's going to be Kevin Samuels is going to be setting this single mother straight because she thinks as long as she maintains herself, her value increases as an adult. But first, let's get to Andrew Tate and Piers Morgan interview.
In general, this is also one of the reasons you said this. In general, this is also one of the reasons men find youth attractive. You want to blow up the internet? I'll blow up the internet right effing now. The reason 18 and 19-year-olds are more attractive than 25-year-olds is because they've been through less. People say, oh, you can't say that. Yes, I can. A 19-year-old is more attractive than a 26-year-old woman, and I'll tell you why. Because that 26-year-old has talked to more guys, been to the club more times, been effed and dumped more times, more arguments, more mess, more for me to clean up.
And he's absolutely right. That is a quote from Andrew Tate, but it makes a lot of sense. You have too many women that feel like they can enjoy their youthful years, so they're going through a lot of more drama. They're putting themselves through a lot more situations that by the time they are 26 years old, the man they meet has to be their counselor. He has to be their therapist. It takes him months to try to help her get over her past. It turns into a headache versus an 18, 19-year-old girl who has not been in that many situations. She's more easier going with less stress that a man has to take on. See, the worst thing that a man could do is have stress becoming successful and have stress with his woman because she's trapped inside of a time period that doesn't exist.
That is misogyny.
Why?
Because you are encouraging a mindset about 25-year-old women that makes them sound out to be infinitely less desirable than 18, 19-year-olds and having effectively been having too much to be taken in a more respectful way.
Well, firstly, even if that was the case, that wouldn't be misogyny.
But what did you?
He's absolutely right. He's not saying anti-women. He's saying anti-age. He's saying guys don't prefer women past that age because of this. And at the same time, he's not talking about all women. Whenever we are talking about women in this space, we're not talking about all women. We're only talking about the girls who are out here in the streets, the girls who are out here doing unladylike things. And then they try to change their mind and be a good girl. What we say in this space is, why should we treat the bad girl the same way we're going to treat the good girl, all because she decided to wake up and change her mind?
What do you mean by what you said?
That's not misogyny because it's not anti-women. I'm saying that an 18 or a 19-year-old woman would be more desirable.
Pretty anti-25-year-old woman.
Anti-25-year-old women, we can argue.
You said this, in general.
Next video is going to be Charleston White breaking down the difference between boys and men. And I think that this is one of the ones that you want to see.
Women, nigga.
Oh no.
Nigga, you lying to me. If somebody listen, if somebody say, nigga,
Nigga, if I step to your face and tell you your dead homie in your face, you gonna tell me, oh, those are nothing but words.
yeah, I'm gonna tell you.
Hell no, those are fighting words. Those are shooting words.
I'm gonna tell you a goddamn lie. What I'm gonna fight you for and I got to go home to my kids? I'm gonna fight you for, nigga, and I make damn near $10,000 a week and that can stop. What I'm gonna fight you? My homies is dead. Your words don't hurt me. Fuck your mama. Nigga, fuck.
He's absolutely right. See, a man knows where his priorities are. He knows what risk to take. He knows that if I got to go home to my kids and I'm making this much amount of money every single week and every single day, I can't allow a low vibrating person to affect me. So that's the time periods where you have to let these type of people win.
You don't know now, nigga. Matter of fact, I ain't even got no dead homies, nigga. I'm 45 years old. I ain't got no dead homies. How that's gonna hurt me? I'm a grown goddamn man. Don't no words affect me, boy. Words affect your mama, son. Words don't affect no man. Words affect boys and women, nigga.
He's absolutely right. Only women and little boys care about what you got to say about them, what you have to prove to them. Them and little beta male weak men. A man out here, we don't care what you got to say about us. One bad thing you say about me, I've named 5 more bad things that I'm willing to say about myself.
I'm a goddamn man who a woman listen to when I talk.
Hell no.
Nigga, you.
Okay, what Charleston White is breaking down here is that the guy is trying to say, if somebody disrespected you by talking about your friends who have passed away, aren't you going to be mad? And Charleston White is saying, no, I'm not going to be mad because that person is passed away. I'm still alive and I have to worry about my children and the amount of money that I'm making right now. I can't allow someone who's passed away, what I think about them, affect my future. And that's the difference between a man and a little boy. Too many of these guys, you have the mindset and sensitivity of a woman. Next video is going to be a girl breaking down why women compete with each other and not for men.
With each other. That's why we
Yeah, but women are just competing based on looks and lip size and how big your lashes are. You're not really competing off of anything like, realistic. Men
we do. We genuinely do.
Nah, it's just
nowadays
like how
we
pretty
do.
You are. Like, I'm cute, you're cuter. It's very surface level stuff.
Because if we weren't sitting at this table and we were at a regular club or whatever, and we were all competing for the same guy.
How are you competing for the guy?
I'm pretty sure.
Based on what?
Let me answer the first question first. I'm pretty sure that things that we've achieved that all of us at this table have done would come into play, right?
No, it doesn't. And Sneeko is right about that. What women don't understand, the main thing is we never care how much money you make. We never care what you drive. We never care about anything materialistic whenever it comes to a woman. What we care about is submissiveness and how pretty you are to us. That's what we care about. All this extra stuff we don't. A broke, submissive woman is going to get a husband faster than a successful, good-looking one. That's just food for thought.
Attention of the man, then what are you competing for? That makes no sense.
No, but we're competing against each other. So that's what I'm saying. The competition is there. That's why women don't strive to improve, because all we do is compete with each other. That's why my answer was that men strive to improve more.
Yeah.
All right, she's right. Men will strive to improve more, but so do women. Women compete with each other a lot more than they compete with a man because they want to be appealing to a man or they want to control a man. That's it. They want to be appealing to you or control you. Whenever it comes to a woman, they're always seeking the drama. So they compete with each other to make the other jealous, to seek the drama. You're going to notice women that you know and that you deal with are going to gravitate towards the women they hate more than the women they love. Next video, Kevin Samuels. You already know what it is. Let's get to it.
The older you get, do you think your sexual marketplace buying power increases or decreases?
Obviously, it decreases.
All right, so that means you're going to have to be able to get less, right?
For majority of women, yes.
No, for all women. What makes you special?
It's not me necessarily, but there are women that's 35 years old.
What does that do? What does it have to do with you, though? That's that wanting to be right.
Well, if I want to talk,
let's run it back.
Do you think your sexual marketplace buying power increases or decreases?
Obviously, it decreases.
All right, so that means you're going to have to be able to get less, right?
For majority of women, yes.
No, for all women. What makes you special?
It's not me necessarily, but there are women that's 35 years old.
What does that do? What does it have to do with you, though? That's that wanting to be right.
Well, if I want to talk about me, I feel like if I was 35 years old with a 10-year-old and I carry the way that I carry myself now, I don't think I would depreciate at all.
Oh, so you'd be the first female in history who wouldn't depreciate as she got older? How's that happen?
Too many women, you mess up your 20s, and then when you get to your 30s and 40s, you want to mature and you actually want that family life. But 9 times out of 10, a man don't want to give it to you. You already have a family. At that time, your children are like 10, 11, and 12. A man is not trying to come in your life and play dad. He's just waiting for them to leave high school and go to college so maybe you and him could do something. Other than that, it's just weekend sensation. This is Anthony Spade. Hopefully you guys are able to get the message behind the video. Comment, like, subscribe to both of my channels. Hasta la vista.